once again, I'd like to welcome everyone to Carey Travel Express's presentation of Egypt and then also of Croatia by Private Yacht. These are both escorted tours with designated travel advisors that are going to be escorting clients on these two group departures that Judy will be talking through in a few minutes here, along with a couple other highlights of some escorted tour offers that we have some great group pricing on. As many of you have worked with us in the past, Carey Travel Express is a full service travel agency, local in Cary, Illinois. And of course, right now, more than ever, I'd like to stress the importance of using a travel advisor for your future travel planning. We can really assist you with getting the right itinerary or package together for you, and also help you navigate what's going on in the current situations of traveling. And as we highlight some of our escorted group tours, we all know that touring with a small group is a great way to expand your horizons, check travel destinations off your travel bucket list, and have some fun and make new friends in your small group. Also would like to point out that we do match and often can beat internet pricing. And you have the benefit of working with a travel advisor one-on-one, someone you can reach out to at any point during the travel planning process or while you are in destination. A couple other items I'd like to point out today, that at the end, we will probably have just a couple minutes for any questions that you might have. You could type those into the chat box, and then I will ask Judy if she can answer them. If we don't get to your question, please feel free to send us over to us in an email format. I'm going to put in the chat box Neely Cruz's email address. And if you have any questions or would like to get additional information about what we're talking about today, please feel free to email her and she will respond right away and get back to you. I will also put our phone number up in the chat box as well. And of course, by joining our webinar today, you will be entered to win one of two grand prizes. Our first grand prize is a 7-night Greek island cruise, which has been given to us by Celestial Cruises. They have a presentation at the end of this week on Thursday night at 6 o'clock. And then we also have a grand prize for 2 people for a 3-night stay at Dreams Vista in Cancun with vacation flights courtesy of Apple Vacations. And we do have a Mexico Caribbean webinar next Tuesday at 6 o'clock. You can find details about those on our website. We will be drawing the winners at the conclusion of our travel show week next week, and we will let you know via email. We also have very many special travel offers this week, unique offers for booking through Carey Travel Express. So please reach out to us so that we can help you plan the perfect vacation. So everyone, I'd like to introduce you to Judy O'Brien. She is with Mayflower Cruises and Tours. Thank you, Judy.
Thanks so much. Give me 1 second. I'll pull up my PowerPoint here for you. Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday Fun Day. This is going to be a nice travel show for you today. We're going to really specify on two of the trips that Carey Travel Express is promoting with us. There are a few other trips that they're also promoting that you can see on the bottom of this screen that I'm just going to really touch base on, just a couple little highlights at the end. And if you are interested in any of those trips, of course, you can ask them for the flyers on those. But today we're talking about those small group adventures, cruising the Adriatic. Are you kidding? In the Dalmatian coast. This goes out this September 15th. It's escorted by Dana Pritchard. There's only 5 cabins left, people. I would jump on this. This was really one of our tremendously best sellers. It's on a beautiful, beautiful yacht, only 34 passengers. We're going to offer you a $300 savings when you book by January 31st. And again, like I said, the cabins are first come, first served basis. The other one is a trip that I was fortunate enough to take last year. on the Treasures of the Pharaohs, including 3 nights with the Jordan extension, with 4-night Nile River cruise. I just want to make sure, can everybody hear? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Sorry, I just don't see my picture on my screen, and I just was wondering. This one on the Treasure of the Pharaohs is going to include 3 nights for your Jordan extension with your 4-night Nile River cruise. I'm telling you right now, this was one of the most amazing trips I've ever been on. It's escorted by Neely and Niels, and this is going out November 3rd of 2022. Plenty of time to get excited about this trip, but make sure you sign up. She's already got a number of people signed up on this one. She's got a nice group going. We're going to be offering $495 airfare when you book this trip by March 31st. Okay, so I like to always give a little bit of a brief history of who Mayflower Cruises and Tours are. We were Mayflower Tours. We're in business for over 40 years, and recently was sold to that handsome gentleman on the left, Glenn Maroney, who's the owner of Scenic Luxury Cruises and Tours. They also own Emerald Waterways. They have a beautiful Scenic Eclipse yacht, and now they're coming out with their Emerald Azora yacht cruises this coming up year. So just really, what does that mean for us? Just adds more yacht cruises and river cruise product for me, right? Along with already our North America and world programs. So a little bit of background about myself. I'm a business development manager with Mayflower Cruises and Tours. And there's me in Budapest. I've got a lot of experience. As you can see, I've been on numerous river cruises, and I did the Egypt and Nile River cruise last year.
Hey, Judy, it's Kathy real quick.
Yes.
We cannot see your presentation.
Oh, why didn't, that's weird. That's because, why, I'm sharing my screen, but you guys have to, I don't know. Is it because I'm not a panelist?
No, you're a co-host. Hang on a second, please.
Yep. Let me just see if I can figure out one. So if you take a look at this map right here, obviously, if you're in any of the counties there, in the blue, you're going to get that home pickup. And maybe you got friends and family that want to join you on the trip, right? But they live in Michigan or different parts of Wisconsin. Don't worry, we're going to pick them up too, as long as they're not too far away. So let us know, and we'll be happy to make those arrangements for you. On both of these tours that we're talking about today, you have the opportunity. We're either going to provide you your air transportation, or Carrier Travel Express could obviously provide your air transportation for you as well. All of your luggage will be handled. So depending on, when you arrive out on your destination, if you're flying into Dubrovnik, if you're flying into to Cairo, Egypt, we're going to be meeting you at the airport. And then we're going to get you over to that motor coach for transportation. You're going to get your luggage underneath there, and your luggage is going to be handled for you for the duration of the tour, which is kind of nice. We use professional Mayflower tour managers on all of our tours. So when you're on the Adriatic cruise, we will be sending we'll send an extra eyes and ears, I guess you can say, or an extra contact, which is what we call a business manager. So they're going to be in there in addition to that professional guide that will be with you on these trips. And then, of course, throughout your touring, we'll have another maybe local guide they'll jump on board depending on what areas we're visiting. So we like to use local guides and local historians. Unique dining experiences. You're going to find amazing dining experiences on both of these trips. I happen to put in this picture here that one of my coworkers took when he was out on that Croatian cruise, and he put Croatian food, yum. So there's some of his dishes that he had on this yacht cruise. And then this is me, one of the pictures I took in Egypt. Oh my gosh. I lost 5 pounds in Egypt because the food was so healthy and delicious. And there's look at the hummus and the fresh pita bread right there. And my martini, of course, as well. I'll show you about that later. So we're going to be staying, we also use some really nice hotels. We're staying at the Hotel Compass in Dubrovnik, Croatia, because when we have our river cruising or even our yacht cruises, sometimes we'll add on like 2 additional nights and where we're going to be staying and stuff. So you're going to be staying in Dubrovnik. It's a really beautiful hotel. It's a designed beach hotel. You got beautiful sea view rooms, modern restaurants, a spa, just gorgeous. On both of these trips, we'll be offering personal listening devices. This is great for when you're out touring. You guys could spread out. You don't have to be right next to the tour manager or guide that's walking you around. You guys can walk at your leisurely pace, and you can still hear everything that they're teaching you about. Wrap all that together, folks, and that's called the Mayflower experience. We want to give you guys a really wonderful, life enriching experience for you to come back and share really fun memories with your family and friends. So don't forget, both of these trips, you're going to need a valid passport, and that passport needs to be good for at least 6 months upon your returning date. So if you're not going to Egypt in November of 2022, you're going to want to make sure that passport's good through the end of May of 2023. So double check your passports. And let's get moving, shall we? This is cruising the Adriatic and the Dalmatian coast. It's going out at a beautiful time of year of September in 2021. I think we've all been locked in the house long enough, people. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to travel. And this is an amazing trip. So take a look. We're going to be doing a couple countries on this one, Croatia and Montenegro. It's in 11 days and 18 meals. Let me just double check their flyer to make sure I'm following along on this one correctly here. All right, so you can kind of see here what we're doing, 2 nights in Dubrovnik. And then what's really nice about taking these smaller group yacht cruises is that you get to go around all these little islands. Those big cruise ships can't get in there, but you can. And another good thing you have to think about, we don't sail at night. We are docked at night. So don't think about if your cabin's going to be on a lower deck or upper deck because of the movement of the ship. We're going to be docked at night when we're sailing or when we're sleeping and stuff. So that would be nice. So spend 2 nights in Dubrovnik. Here's a beautiful layout of the city of Dubrovnik. There's a lot of history here. The Hotel Compass, it's right there. And you can see that beautiful outdoor pool. Bring your swimsuits on this trip because not only do you have the outdoor pool here, but they're going to give you plenty of opportunities to jump into this Adriatic Sea, if you like, off the back of the ship. So again, just a really nice, beautiful design hotel. This is an outdoor area where you can sit and see those beautiful sea views, the palm trees, just absolutely gorgeous. There's going to be a walking tour. So on our next day, all right, you're going to arrive in Dubrovnik. So you do your overnight flight on day 1, leave from Chicago O'Hare Airport, and they arrive obviously with the time change on day 2. That first evening, you'll have an afternoon at relaxation to explore the city on your own. You'll have your business manager with you that can give you some ideas of where to go. And it's a really nice centrally located hotel. So you can walk into Old Town Dubrovnik if you like. And then later on that night, we'll have a welcome dinner at the hotel. You'll get to know all of your other fellow travelers and talk to Dana and things like that. So on day 3 is when we're going to start our touring. Okay. So we're actually going to be starting, we're going to we'll go to Montenegro first, but we will have a walking tour of Dubrovnik as well. So we'll do some touring in Montenegro. We'll have a boat ride to the insular island where we'll visit the Lady of the Rocks. We're going to show you pictures on this in a minute, but I've got pictures to show you about your little walking tour of Dubrovnik. This gentleman right here is Michael. He works with us, and this was some of his pics from last year's trip, and I wanted to share those with you because he has some really nice pictures in here. Look at the plate of oysters right there. You talk about fresh seafood, you're going to get it on this trip. Just really, really amazing food. So we're going to do a nice walking tour of Dubrovnik. You're going to see Rector's Palace. There's a lot of history here from Game of the Thrones, right? So if anybody was watching that movie, you're going to see a lot of different sites there, but lots of history, lots of architecture. We're going to go over to the monastery. Just really a very, very cool walking tour in the city and a lot of history here. We're going to go now into Montenegro. So I'm sorry if those sometimes we flip-flop the touring depending on the motor coach that day. You might do Montenegro first and then Dubrovnik, but on my slides, we did a little bit of Dubrovnik first. So when we travel by coach over to Montenegro, this is Europe's youngest nation, and it's right at the mouth of the Bay of Kotor. So I don't know about you, but these pictures are just blowing me right away right now. I want to go right now. This is that Lady of the Rocks church. Look they have this beautiful church right in the middle of this. And we're going to be traveling out there to see this and do a little touring right on this little island where this Lady of the Rocks church is. There's a little town or area in Montenegro called Parast. And this is view the picturesque coastal town before we continue on over to Kotor and Montenegro. And this is where we're going to have a local guide. We'll enjoy lunch here on our own. It's a beautiful little medieval town, this charming fortified city. And then later we're going to return to Dubrovnik. So we'll have a leisure at your own this evening. So one thing that Mayflower likes to throw in for a lot of our trips is, yes, it's a group guided tour, but we're giving you some free time on your own of leisure to explore these cities on your own as well. They're all wonderful cities, easy to go out and go for a beautiful dinner that evening. Maybe you just want to get some nice ice cream, go listen to some music. I mean, you're really going to love this trip. But what you're really going to love is the yacht. So this is the MS Swallow 2. It was built in 2020, people. It's brand new. It's got 34 guests that can enjoy here with 17 cabins. Again, only 5 cabins are left. Don't forget. Kind of gives you an idea here. You got your beautiful sunny deck. That's where you're going to find your sun loungers and your jacuzzi. The upper deck's got your restaurant with your bar and the lounge area. You'll be there a lot, I'm sure, in the front, relaxing with your cocktails. Your VIP saloon with the lounge area. And then, of course, your main deck was your swimming platform where you're going to be able to jump into the Adriatic Sea. And, of course, your cabins are on the main deck and lower deck. Just show you some pictures here. All of your cabins are equipped with your in-suite bathroom, of course. Look at this cabin. That is gorgeous. Air conditioning, your toiletries, TV, hairdryer, Wi-Fi, of course. Luggage space under the bed so you can throw your suitcase underneath there and get that out of the way. Towels to swim. Just beautiful. Look at this. My gosh, there's the jacuzzi, your upper deck and restaurant. Sign me up. I might want to go on this with you guys. Wow, 180-degree lounge area. Isn't that kind of nice? Really beautiful. Just a lot of different places to hang out on this ship. You know what I mean? Gorgeous, brand new, very beautiful. Here's one of the cabins again here for you to look at. In another cabin, here's that sun deck again area for you to enjoy. And then, of course, some pictures of some more of those delicious plates of food that you have on there. Those look healthy too. So a couple of things that we're going to be doing on this trip. If you ever notice, we might have something called an Emerald Plus. That'll be an extra little excursion that we're throwing in for you. So we're going to be going after breakfast. We are now on day 5. Let me just make sure here, because we are on the ship now. We're gonna have a welcome reception on the ship. And then on day 5 after breakfast, we're gonna be doing the Dubrovnik's Old Town trip. And then we're gonna be heading over to Solano. And this is where we're going to be reaching the peninsula's wine empire. Okay, so after an included tour of Stone, this is the jewel of the Adriatic coast. Following that tour, we're gonna have a wine tasting. Isn't that great? So we're gonna go on our nice walking tour with our local guide, Stone, Croatia, and then we're going to have a wonderful wine tasting after that. As we cruise up along the islands, we come to a little place called Yacht, and this is another one of those gorgeous islands off the Adriatic coast. This is an island of, we're going to be going up by Korčula. This is one of the greenest islands in the Adriatic Sea, and like most of Croatia's islands, the Greeks who gave it the name Korčula, or the Black Kofu, as they call it. It's dark and densely wooded. And then we're going to head over to Yacht as well. So we're going to be doing a little Pomona walk and a boat ride to a monastery. Does that sound cool? This is a 12th century St. Mary's Monastery. And then we head over to Yacht. And there's just some more pictures of Stone. It's kind of like all in this one little area where we'll be visiting today. In Korčula, Croatia, they're gonna have a walking tour here. I don't know, I'm already blown away by all these pictures. The Cathedral of St. Mark's. Look at this beautiful cathedral. And then we're gonna go to, I wanna say it's Hvar, but it's a bar. I don't think they pronounce the H. This is a pretty cool little town. And what I've heard, this is one of the most romantic places. They have these wonderful choir, tenor singers of men, and they'll sing and their voice just echoes out of the tower onto the water where your ship's going to be at. You can just hear them. It's supposed to be amazing. There's lavender fields will be in this beautiful area of Croatia. And of course, we're going to have another guided tour here as well. Look at the palm trees. Look at those yachts. Oh, just amazing. Here we're going to go see another monastery here as well. And that's St. Mark's Church, the Cathedral of St. Stephen. And then, of of course, Kukola, Croatia. We've got more pictures here. Puniška is another beautiful little port that we'll be visiting, where we're having another walking tour in Puniška and learning all about the history here. This is something cool that we throw in. We go to a little stonemason school. We learn all about how they teach children at a very young age masonry and how they make these beautiful architectures out of stone. So you get a little learning lesson of that as well, and the statues and whatnot. We continue heading up north to Split. This is the largest city on the Adriatic coast. And the city has some fantastic sites with both Roman and modern architecture. There's my buddy Michael taking a nice picture with it in the background. And there he is, jumping in that Adriatic Sea. You guys, obviously, a lot of people like to do that. You don't have to do it, but you will have the opportunity at least 2 or 3 different times to jump in and swim. This is the seafront promenade. Look at how beautiful this is in Split. Many different opportunities for you guys to go shopping, pick up souvenirs, go out and explore on your own. Don't forget, we're in port every evening. So whether we have dinner included that evening or not having it included, you simply just walk off the ship and go out and find an amazing restaurant and enjoy the delicious food. Music's going to be a lot of different music. There's a lot of different gelato and ice cream places. Just whatever you want to do to enjoy. This is your vacation. This is your time to enjoy Croatia. We're going to go to the Diocletian's Palace in Split. Wow, this is amazing as well. And then we head up to the port of Skardin in Croatia, where we will get to the Krka National Park. This is where you're going to see some amazing waterfalls, like the Skradensky Buck Falls. Just look at this national park. Just absolutely amazing. Look at these waterfalls. You might want to wear a swimsuit today. I have a feeling some of you might want to possibly put your feet in the water. I don't know, but it looks pretty nice. As we head up and almost end our little journey in Croatia, we get into Cybernet, Croatia. And then we'll have our walking tour here. Another nice little beautiful city. Look at this, just beautiful. Walking tour with our local guide. We'll see the Cathedral of St. James. I don't even know how many years old this is, but it just looks, I love all this old architecture when we visit all of these different cities like this. Look at this Cathedral of St. James, just amazing. We head back up into Trogir, and this is where we're gonna do our fond farewell to Croatia and the Dalmatian coast, and we'll transfer to the airport to Split, and we'll return home with the memories of this amazing yacht cruise. Now, my assistant Kayla went on this tour last year. So, and she also went back to Croatia this fall because Croatia's open. And she went a little bit more on the land part and went to that Waterfall National Park. She just really, really loved Croatia after going there once. So enjoy. We're going to go have a little bit of a walking tour of Trogir as well before we head back home and go out of Split. But we'll be flying home from Split. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this quick little presentation. We've got a couple different cabins available. We got cabins 2, 3, 4, and 5 available. There's your pricing from $41.58, or cabin 13 is available. This is going to include your round trip transfer to Chicago or Airport. You will save $300 if you deposit by January 31st, and your cabins are assigned on first come, first served basis. You can talk to somebody at Carry Travel Express about the air and what air could cost for you, okay? Our next trip, I love this trip. I love both of our trips. Actually, I love a lot of our trips because who doesn't love to travel, right? The more different opportunities to enjoy and learn about different parts of the world. And I'll tell you, I was blown away by Egypt. I mean, I'm still every day thinking and talking to my guide on Facebook. We had the best guide ever. This is November 3rd to the 15th. What a beautiful time of the year to go to Egypt. I went pretty much at the same exact time, and it cools down a little bit. When I mean cools down, it means it won't be 115 degrees. It'll be in the 90s, which we're used to here in Illinois. So it'll be perfect time to go. This kind of gives you an idea of what we're doing. And we've got some really beautiful hotels here as well. So we're going to be doing 4 nights in Cairo total, not all at the same time. And then 4 nights on the Nile River cruise. You guys, if you're going to be doing that Jordan extension, You're spending, which is really the main highlight of this trip, by the way, is 1 night in Petra and then 1 night in Amman. There's my guide, Mustafa. I will be more than happy to request him for you. I hope you get him because he was absolutely amazing. You can see he's got our little Mayflower Tours lollipop there. That's how you can always find your guide when you're walking through these beautiful and amazing temples. This guy was not only friendly, courteous, knowledgeable, nice, funny. He knows his stuff. And he lives in Egypt. He did live in America for a while there. I think he worked for American Airlines or somebody way back when, and then he decided to go back to Egypt and become an Egyptologist. And he is really just wonderful. So here's Cairo, Egypt. We're gonna land in Cairo. I'm gonna pull up your flyer really quick. Give me 1 second. Just so I can follow along. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. Give me 1 little second here. Here we go. 2022 Egypt. There we are. And we stay at the Four Seasons. Okay. I didn't really know what to expect because I'd never been to Egypt before. So you're always going to have a guard with us. We won't even notice that he's there, but he'll be dressed in a suit and he'll travel with us along everywhere in Egypt, just for extra safe precautionaries. But this hotel is absolutely beautiful. Now there's a picture in the middle right there of a swimming pool, right? On each side of the swimming pool are these little like cabanas or hookah rooms even. And that's where I was sitting when I had my hummus, and you can eat in there. And they have a great happy hour there. So make sure when you get to this beautiful Four Seasons hotel, there's my bedroom, that you look at the menus, you find out where all the restaurants are. There's at least 4 different restaurants. If you don't want to try Egyptian food for some reason, which I don't know why, because it's really just different spices and you can get chicken or whatever, pork, lamb, you can go to this place that just serves hamburgers. It's attached to a mall, okay? So you would walk down a hallway, go around, all of a sudden you're out into a mall. The mall has different restaurants where you can even have a burger, chicken fingers, things like that. So if you feel like you don't want to try Egyptian food, you don't have to. There's other restaurants that you can choose from. And there's even a casino there too. So here's that beautiful pool I was talking about. There's that room I was sitting in that you can just order. And I just got, well, I was with a bunch of travelers. We had about 31 in our group. And they were so happy that I found out this happy hour. It was like 2 for 1s. And then we all enjoyed some wonderful hummus and dinner there. Don't worry about the money, okay? This is an Egyptian pound. Here's 200 pounds. Your Egyptologist will tell you all about the money, okay? There are ATMs everywhere. So you can easily just do your debit card right there, and then it'll come out as Egypt money, okay? You'll need extra money because you're gonna be buying souvenirs, and we'll talk about that in a second too. But there's a couple different opportunities where you can see something a little extra special when we're touring, and it'll cost a little bit extra money. So you do want to have some pounds of Egypt money so that you've got that extra money so that you can spend it when you want to. So here's Cairo, Egypt again. Our first touring, okay. Day 1, we fly over. Day 2, you get in, long flight. You're going to want to relax. Relax, walk around the hotel, take a swim, go get something to eat, get a good night's sleep, okay? Day 3, this is when your day begins. And it is going to begin, and it is going to be adventurous from now to the time we end this tour. You are going to be blown away every single day. So this is the citadel of the Saladin and the mosque of Muhammad Ali. And this is one of the pictures I took. This is the ceiling in here. It is amazing. It is so beautiful. And this is where obviously they'll be doing a lot of praying here and things like that. So you're just going to really like it, and it's going to be beautiful for you to enjoy. Once we tour here and we leave, then we're going to go to the old Market Street market. This is one of the oldest marketplaces of Egypt, dating as far back as 1382. Okay. But be careful because, you know, you can try to barter these people, but you can get some really cool things. So don't overpack your suitcase. It's going to be warm there. make sure you share some room to bring back some really cool items, because I brought back rugs. We'll talk about it later. I mean, just let me look at this stuff. You can go crazy. Some people like to buy the spices in Egypt. You know, if you like to cook, there's a lot of really cool spices. But yeah, you're going to be visiting a lot of cool marketplaces, but this is one of the oldest ones. So we're going to be touring around this little marketplace, and then we're going to stop and have a really cool lunch as well. See this little dress here on the left? This is like one of the Egyptian style costumes, I guess you can say. You may want to buy one of these along the way, because when you're on that Nile River cruise, there's going to be probably a little party one night where you're going to have a little Egyptian style party. I'm pretty sure there'll be a gift shop on the ship that'll sell them as well. But if you see something cool that you like and you get a really neat deal here, then you might want to pick one up. So we're going to have lunch at a local restaurant, and then we'll return to the hotel later on for afternoon at leisure. So this was just one of the items. I think it was a salad that they'd served. It was like a 4-course different meal that we were having, but I love this salad that I had. It was delicious. On our next day, after breakfast, they just built, it wasn't finished last year when I was there, but it's finished now, and it's called the Grand Egyptian Museum. So this is going to be pretty cool that you'll be one of the first people basically touring this here in 2022. It's got the spectacular treasures of King Tut, all the extensive collection of the Egyptian artifacts covering 5,000 years of history. I mean, I don't know what to tell you guys, but they're going to give you time. He'll walk you through it and give you a lot of history, and then he'll cut you loose, and you guys will have free time to explore each of these places on your own and just, you know, take pictures and stuff like that. So pretty cool. I thought it was pretty neat. We'll have an included lunch, and then we're going to depart for what you want to call the main attractions of the pyramids. Okay. So the first pyramid that we kind of see is the Pyramid of Saqqara. All right. Now this is a picture that I took, and it doesn't even look real, does it? Look at the picture I took on the left. That is a picture I took right through my motor coach window. I'm in the desert right here, the Pyramid of Saqqara. I mean, it looks like a postcard. Here's one of our travelers just touching the wall, because these are thousands of years old, and you just can't even believe you're there. You can see she's carrying a bottle of water. This is important to know, because you're probably going to ask me, what about the water? You do not want to drink the water in Egypt from your faucet. Don't drink it. You can take a shower, no problem. They're going to provide you with numerous bottles of water in Cairo's hotel every day. And on the bus, every day you get off it, every day you get back on it, bottles of water. Drink lots of water. It's good for you. We're going to head over to now the main pyramids, or they call the Giza and the Plateau. This is really cool. So this is the Great Pyramid, and you'll have the opportunity. This is one of those times where you might need a little bit extra Egyptian money if you want to go inside and climb the Great Pyramid. I climbed to the top. It was pretty cool. This is from people in our group. They were right behind me. I took a picture of them. Looks like right out of the Bible. There's the camel. I don't know if I took a picture of me climbing on the inside of that, but it was really cool. It was like a ladder that went up, and it went all the way to the very top inside the Great Pyramid. I can't believe I even did it. I was wearing my son's University of Iowa Go Hawkeyes t-shirt to represent his Hawkeyes. There's my camel. I went on a camel ride, guys. You guys all get the opportunity to take a quick little camel ride. Look at this picture. Oh my gosh. All 3 pyramids right there. It's a picture I took. That's one of the pictures I took. Isn't that beautiful? We head over to the Sphinx after we visit the Great Pyramids, and you'll have the opportunity to take some really cool pictures. There'll be people walking around saying, let me take your picture. So, you know, you could tip them $1. They'll be more than happy to take dollars. You know, it's bring singles too, you know, because a lot of times when I went and bought something and I didn't have any Egyptian money, I gave them American money and they took it. You just got to make sure it equals the amount of Egyptian money, you know, but bartering at these places as well. Now, this is something that we threw in this evening because we're going to try to do something with more of local culture. And we're going to visit the home of an Egyptian family. And they'll host an authentic dining experience for you. You'll meet the family, you'll see their home, and you'll learn all about local life in Egypt. and of course, enjoy a delicious meal. They eat very healthy over there. And I don't know, I tell you, I love that. I love the food. Okay, guys, more and more exciting here. We're going to Luxor. So we're going to depart Cairo and we head over to the airport. It's not a very long flight. Okay, maybe an hour, hour and a half at the most.
Hey, Judy, it's Kathy, real quick. We just have
Yes.
a couple more minutes. You have such amazing stuff to show us, but
sorry.
we do
Okay,
have
yes, so we're going to Luxor.
Thank
We're
you.
going to go to the Luxor temple. I'll try to race through these really quick then. This is when we're going to start seeing all the different temples and learning about the history and all the different gods, and looking at all the inscriptions. The Karnak temple, you're going to have the opportunity to go back here. I believe this is the one that you can go back to at night. Let's look at the ship, shall we? This is the MS Mayflower. It's brand new. It's a ship. We're going to enjoy a nice included lunch here first before we head back out and tour a little bit more. But look at this beautiful ship, dining room, the lounge area. This is like a little library area to sit, that just like a little common area that you can look at this beautiful ship. The sun deck is amazing. There's an outdoor pool. You're going to spend a lot of time out on the sun deck because you cruise all during the day. You do a little bit of tourings in the afternoon. There's shaded areas, people that don't like the sun. Obviously, there's a bar up there. You guys want to have your cocktails up there, relax, enjoy. Look at this beautiful ship. The deck is like bamboo wood. It's beautiful. Here's some cabins for you guys. We're going to go to a Papyrus Institute. You can really actually get really beautiful pictures here. If you want to buy something, you can get all the different types of lettering on there. They're going to have an optional sound and light show at the Karnak Temple. We're going to have an optional sunrise hot air balloon ride. Oh my God, come on. When are you ever going to get back to Egypt? Get on that balloon ride in the morning. You got to get up early, folks, but it's going to be worth it. We're going to visit the Valley of the Kings. This is where all the tombs were buried. They didn't bury him by the pyramids. They buried him way out in the desert, but they found him anyway, and they robbed a lot of them. But you're going to go to King Tut's tomb. I'm not kidding you. There I am. There's King Tut. I stood right there. I couldn't believe it. I'm telling you guys, every single day is going to be one more day of just an awe-inspiring, mind-blowing experience. We go to the Queen Hatshepsut Temple. I don't know if I pronounced that right. This is another really cool market when we leave here. So look at the hats, gentlemen, guys, you want a hat? There's cool scarves. Look at the scarf right here. I bought the scarf. I probably bought 15 scarves when I was there. We're stopped for a little photo stop over here at the Coliseum of Manam and Temples of Horus. This is really cool, guys. This is a mile away from the ship and you go on a horse and cart ride. It is like out of a movie. You are not going to believe it. It is going to be an amazing experience for you. You're going to learn all about the Temple of Horus. You guys look up Horus, look up the history. There's some movies out right now. You can even watch of this. I'm sorry, I've got to go through these really quick, but there's another one. We're going to go just a lot of different temples, the crocodile god. You learn about all these different histories here. And then later afternoon, the ship's going to sail to Aswan. We're going to do a cooking class on board. We're going to go to the Temple of Philae. I am going to tell you right now, before you buy every single artifact that you can and spend all your money, you wait till you come to this market after we visit this temple. This is the best marketplace and the best bang for your buck. I got my husband an amazing walking stick that was only $20. I mean, it was hand carved from Egypt. Okay, look at all these cool different types of things you can buy. Those are like your spices that you can ground them in, your little spice dishes right there. You've got your ox. You can buy jewelry. I got bracelets for $8. I spent a beautiful bracelet on the ship for $150, but I found one here for $8. It was just as pretty. We're going to go on a follicular ride on the Nile. I'm not kidding, people. This is a really cool trip. Then we go to Abu Simbel, which is included on this tour this time. We'll return to Cairo. We're going to stay at the fabulous Intercontinental Hotel with our farewell dinner. This is a 5-star property as well. And then we're going to have our 3-night excursion to Jordan. Day 10, we arrive in Amman, Jordan. We'll visit Mount Nebo, the holy site where Moses was buried, the Madaba 6th century mosaic map of Jerusalem and the Holy Land, and you get to Petra. This is the highlight of this trip, people. You're going to walk the Sig to the treasury in Petra, Jordan. Are you kidding me right now? Who does not want to go here? This is amazing. The monastery of Petra, the Roman colonnade, and the city tour of Amman. We go to the Citadel of Amman, the Roman Theater of Amman, and then you get to the Dead Sea, where you're going to float and get that amazing nutrition that's going to make you young and beautiful again, right? This is it. This is your ship layout, folks. 2022 November 3rd. Your pricing is $56.83. You're going to only add $495 to that for your airfare. And beginning April 1st, you can call for updating on pricing. There's a no risk deposit, guys, on either one of these trips. Okay, you got a reservation if you're making a new one by January 31st, and you have 90 days, and all of a sudden you decide you don't want to go. We're going to refund you your deposit and your traveler protection plan. And we increase that too for your trip delay up to $200 per person per day and up to 14 days. $400 for your deposit. I'm going to skip through this. And then,
such great itineraries, Judy. We have to cut you off. I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
But let me tell all of our participants on the call that the other great tours that you were going to actually give highlights on, those are all on our website under our groups tab. Okay.
Great. Thanks, guys.
Judy, thank you so much. Yep.
Sign up. If anybody has any questions, you guys, you know where to find me. I'd be more than happy to answer them. Thank you so much.